ladies and gentlemen, after a long time, the doctor is here to operate on KRSchannel. And today we're going to be doing a very fantastic, unique video on Nakshatra compatibility. And before we get started, though, Dr. Pai's got some announcement.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kapiel. Thank you for having me again. It's been a long time, ever since the Sedona conference. I can't remember that we had actually done a live
exactly
video like this. So the announcement that I want to say, Kapiel, today is, I've never announced that anywhere else. But now I want to officially announce that I've released my books on Nakshatras. There are 2 ebooks.
Yeah.
Okay, electronic version books, digital copies. You can now get it from Cosmic Insights. And one book is on researches on Nakshatras. It's a handbook. And that's over about, I think, over 400 pages or something.
I'm like, damn.
Right. That's a huge compilation of all that you need to know about Nakshatras.
Yeah.
Yes, I have more material that I can provide, but the editors said, no, there's nothing more can go into this. That's enough. We can't even handle, because the formatting becomes completely
that thing is like fine wine. Like, it just like, it was golden just reading everything. Yeah, you pretty much said everything about Nakshatra in there. So, yeah.
And you were the first official, guy who got the official copy. The first copy before it was released a day after.
Perfect. Perfect. And so it's available on Cosmic Insights app, right?
Yes.
So guys, download the Cosmic Insight app. In that you will see the option to get the ebook. So, Dr. Pai, teach us.
Okay, I said let me do this thing on sexual compatibility and animal totems.
Hey, I don't need that. It's for other people.
I know. but I'll tell you one more thing. It's not that only if you want to, you're seeking a sexual partner that you need to study the system. The system is so unique that it'll also give you greater insights about the characteristics of yourself. So many traits. There's a separate chapter that I've done. I've given some observations that you see. And today I'll very briefly discuss about the system that I'm talking about, and I want more people to come and test the system that I'm introducing. So this Yoni is one of the components that you see is connected to Nakshatras. Yoni means the sexual reproductive organ, the reproductive organ. And in the Ashtakuta matching system, Ashtakuta means 8-point matching system for marriage matching that is used. One of them is this Yoni compatibility that you see. Okay, so that is but it gets certain points. So this Ashtakuta system is totally of 36 points, out of which 21 points comes from Nakshatras and 15 points comes from the Rashis in the compatibility that you look. In that, Yoni is one of them. It's not, one component of that. So you need to look at the whole system. But what I found out is Yoni can give you some very great insights, not only about the sexual preferences that people have, but also the Yoni can give you the traits of that native in general. If you're looking for a partner, or if you're looking for a friend, you would be able to know what is their traits, and they'll be surprised. And this is what I've written in the book as well. So the system is very easy, because animals have always been used as symbols for associating with different systems of occult sciences. And animal traits are very important for you to understand the greater secrets. Otherwise, you will miss out on something very key. And people have only used it for marriage matching. Besides that, they've never used it. But my system that I have talked about, it's very easy. So every species or animal is gifted with a unique way to survive in different habitats and to thrive. Okay. And the DNA, human DNA, also has traces of these animal traits that we have, or animal instincts that we have. In certain situations, we actually react like animals. That's when our buddhi doesn't work, our intellect doesn't work. We just react because that's how we are.
Yeah.
And why I say this is important is because even within the human brain, there's a system of the brain which it's called the triune brain. The triune brain has three components. Okay, the paleolithical component, mammalian qualities that you see in us. There is one part of the brain, and there is a neo brain, and then there is a brain inside that which is called the reptilian brain.
Yeah.
The reptilian brain is what gives you the ability, if you can strengthen the reptilian brain, is what gives you the ability to become great predictors. We are highly intuitive, because if you understand how reptiles survive, because reptiles can actually predict even before an attack has happened. They become prey to somebody, a few seconds before they know that an eagle is spotting me from that point and it's wanting to attack me, because the reptilian brain is so advanced, because that is their survival instinct.
Yeah.
So they know how to quickly escape from that, because otherwise they would be killed by, they become prey. So the reptilian brain was found by a scientist. It is active in our brain as well, because we also evolved from reptiles. Okay, but what has happened is over the period, this reptilian brain we have not paid too much attention to the reptilian qualities in the reptilian brain. Okay, it's called the R complex of the brain, the reptilian complex. And you can actually sometimes preempt. So some people are so very psychic. Some people say they get prenominations. Why is the prenominations comes to them? It's because of the reptilian qualities. Before an event happens, we say we have a deja vu, isn't it? We have actually seen this thing, and before we can really react, the event has already happened.
Yeah.
So that's the reptilian qualities. So like reptiles, there are other animals. And when I started studying these animals and looking at some interesting observations of these animals, I was absolutely stunned.
Okay.
And I've written this in the book. Let me give you an example, Kapil. For example,
screen or?
Sorry? No, I'm not going to share. No, yeah, I'm not going to share my screen.
Okay.
I'm only going to say that one of the examples I would always give is Bharani Nakshatra. It is most popularly accepted that Bharani is the male elephant. Okay, and the female elephant is Revati Nakshatra. Okay, so the male elephant, although it's popularly accepted as male elephant, I made an exception in my book. I've said I think it is a female elephant, Bharani. Why I tell you is the original name of Bharani was called as Apa Sarani or Apa Varani. Apa Varani. Varani means the female elephant. Apa means water. Okay. Apa Sarani means the path of the river. And Bharani is also connected to the twin sister of Yama, the patron divinity of that nakshatra. Yami is his daughter, or that is Yamuna, the river Yamuna in India. She is worshipped today because once you worship Yamuna, that you get the blessings of Yama indirectly. So obviously people who do not want to worship the god of death, isn't it? So what you can do is you can always worship his twin sister, which is Yamuna, and you can get the blessings because that is what he has given. So it's a female elephant. Now here, I'll tell you some astonishing facts, interesting, amazing facts about elephants that will really make you surprised what is. So elephants, can smell water up to 3 miles away. Elephants live in a matriarchal society, and usually it's a female which becomes the tribe, the leader of the tribe. And how the leader of the tribe is usually selected is based on the color and the disposition of the trunk, of the tusk, sorry, not the trunk. The tusk, if it is big, it is unchipped, and it's they decide, okay, this is going to be a leader. So it's a matriarchal society amongst elephants, and they actually value social bonds for decades. And one more interesting thing about elephants grieve the death of a family member or friends and visit the graveyards of their ancestors and tribal leaders to pay homage to the deceased souls. They go in certain areas and all of them stand together, and they stand there and they just pay homage to, it's the bones of their ancestors wherever they're, because they can smell the bones. So ever so often they always go to these graveyards where their ancestors or their friends or their near and dear ones have left the thing. They always go to pay homage. And what is the connection I'm saying? It's Yama, the lord of the ancestors with Bharani Nakshatra.
Wouldn't that be more Magha?
Magha is definitely Pitris as well.
Yeah.
Okay. But Magha is connected with the animal totem of the rat.
Okay.
Okay. So the rats have a different trait as well. I'll explain that to you as well. Today we'll discuss about some of them.
Yeah.
But Yama is the lord of the ancestors. So you find some of the traits in the animals. And what do elephants have? They have a memory that can never be forgotten. For 20 years, they remember. If somebody had hurt them, they will remember even after 20 years. Mm-hmm. That's the quality of the Bharani natives as well. You see, they remember things. Another trait I have seen is what you see, and because it's the upper sarani, means the pathway. Upper means water. Okay, and elephants have always been used since a very long time to transport logs and woods and put it in the river for transportation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they work around those areas in the forest near the woods. They take the wood, they transport it into the river, and river was always used. So elephants have affinity to water. And the pathway, in today's times, I've always seen, and this is something you can see, if you're always stuck in a traffic jam, it has to be a Bharani energy which is playing. Why? Because the elephants, when they walk on the road, they actually can't walk on the sideway. You can see that only in India. If you see, very rarely you'll find an elephant. But if you see, the elephants always hog the thing. If you see it's a traffic jam, there's an elephant walking in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Slowly. It doesn't care whoever is behind. So in today's world, when you see these big trucks, going on the road, they are like the Bharanis. Usually you see there is an accident of a big truck which has happened or a pylon which has happened. That is a Bharani.
Yes. I've seen
it's the elephant.
Yeah. I've been through many of those.
Yeah. So you see, normally the traffic jam is because of an elephant, like an elephant-like vehicle, which is actually going in the middle of the road. So you see all these big, truckers, you can't even go past them because they're so huge. They run. So I have seen, and I've tested this so many times, when I start chanting the mantras of Bharani, the Bija mantra, the root mantra. Obviously, if people want to look at the Bija mantra, we have done some videos with Achalaji on the Bija mantras. You can go to your YouTube channel and listen to the actual pronunciation of the Bija. When you start chanting the Bija mantra, automatically the traffic starts moving. It starts clearing out.
Man, we all need that mantra.
Yes.
I think you might actually get rid of all the clutter around the world.
Exactly. So Bharani is actually very good for decluttering. If you think there is an elephant which is sitting in your house, which is taking a lot of space, for like what we do, we get these, boxes, big boxes, cartons, and we say, okay, let me put it in the garage because I might use it later. But that becomes the elephant. It's eating up the space. Yeah. So when moon is transiting Bharani, it's good to get declutter. It's Yama. Remove all those things that are unwanted from your life. Get rid of them. Spring cleaning. The big boxes are like the elephants sitting there and hogging so much of space.
Especially now with Amazon.
Yeah.
The whole garage gets filled with boxes every week.
Exactly.
Every week. Get
rid of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
So that's important because otherwise that becomes the Bharani energy. So it clogs that energy there. So these are some interesting tips that you can see about these familiarities and the traits that you see. And also, if you see among the Bharani natives, if you see a Bharani native, the elephants, when they are always in a herd or like in a group when they are going, I don't know what they call it. It's a pack of elephants or a tribe of elephants. I don't know what is the term. They always take care of the younger elephants.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Very, very protective about
Oh,
them.
you can't even go near.
No.
Quarter of a mile, they will come after you.
They'll come after you. It's not only the mother, the entire tribe will come out.
Tribe will come after you, yeah.
Right? So they're very protective. And that's another trait of a Bharani. If you see a Bharani who is a Bharani native and who's a mother, she'll be extremely protective about her children. And, she will go any extent to see that no harm is done. So that is how the mentality of the Bharani natives are. It's not only if it is not even their children. You see, when you go on holidays or something, suddenly from the group, somebody becomes very protective about your kids. When you're walking across the street, somebody comes and says, "No, let me, be very careful here," because they have a Bharani energy. It's the elephant's thing which makes you work in a particular manner. So once you know these traits, the simple traits of these animals, how they live in the habitat, then you get to know a lot of great qualities. And especially, for example, I've seen this. This is, again, I mentioned in some of my videos that I've done on KRSchannel. Mm-hmm. For example, let's say a Sarpa or a serpent. There are two nakshatras which are connected to serpents, which is Rohini and Mrigashira. Okay. So one is the male, other is the female. And what is the quality of these also I've mentioned, the Sarpas usually are attention seekers. Sometimes they could be unfaithful. They have an inimical temperament and they like to enjoy all the finer things of life. And what I've written is there is also an incompatible animal. Okay. So for a Rohini or Mrigashira native, the mongoose, because it's a serpent, the mongoose is Uttarashada. They are not compatible. So they are sexual adversaries. Okay. Right? So every animal has an adversary. So you want to actually check from the system, what is your animal totem, and see what animal is adversary to you.
Now, are you looking at moon to moon nakshatra or Venus nakshatra?
Moon to moon, yes. Moon to moon. But now I want everybody to think openly. Look at the Venus to Venus as well. Now, if you're looking for a partner to it's only at the external motivation when you see the moon to moon nakshatra animal totem, right? Because you're looking at the mind. Is my mind compatible with your mind?
Yeah.
And sexually, do you think we get attracted to each other?
Yeah.
But what is the actual physical relationship? Then you have to look at the Lagna to Lagna animal compatibility. If it is marriage, you're looking for a long relationship, look at Venus to Venus. If you're looking for going to a teacher and learning, and if the teacher is willing to share his chart, some do, I don't, share. Mm-hmm. But then look at Jupiter to Jupiter, nakshatra compatibility. So sometimes you will find that you will get along very well with some teachers or some gurus, but sometimes you always object to the things presented. Maybe the animal symbol of your Jupiter nakshatra and the animal symbol of their Jupiter nakshatra is adversaries. Mm-hmm. They'll always have ideological differences. Okay? Absolutely. So look at that. So that, because we have only used the system for compatibility for marriage, but I'm saying look at compatibility in every aspect.
Yeah.
Every nakshatra. Yeah, anything.
Just you and your relationship with your boss.
Boss, like exactly, with your boss. Saturn, yeah. You can look in your work environment with the other peers or with your colleagues, how is your relationship? So if your boss's Saturn is in certain nakshatra, look at your. You think that you always are incompatible with your boss and you always have disagreements or you don't agree on many things, then you need to see what is the animal. right? For example, tiger and cow, they don't get along. Lion and elephants. Which is lion? Dhanishta and Puro Bhadrapada are the lions. Bharani and Revati are the elephants. So similarly, you have a complete system. Okay. Now, a few more points and observations before I end this. I know it's quite late there for you, Kapil, and we had a long discussion before we
Oh
actually started.
yeah. We had an hour and a half long discussion before.
Exactly.
That was the greatest discussion, but yeah.
So many things that we discussed and so many secrets. Exactly. So anyway, this is the final thing I want to give everybody to understand what I'm talking about is think of these nakshatra system of animals and divide them into 3 parts. Okay. The first 9 nakshatras, Ashwini to Ashlesha, is the Rajasic nakshatras. Okay. The second set of nakshatras from Magha to Jyeshta is the Tamasic set of nakshatras. And then the final set is the Sattvic from Mula to Revati. Now you'll find some very interesting observations and you can make some notes from this. I've already given it in my book, but you can make some observations. There are certain nakshatras which will find a partner not in their own group, but in another group. For example, Ashwini nakshatra is the animal totem is the horse. It's the male horse, Ashwini. But it finds from the Rajasic group, it finds a partner in the Sattvic group with this Satabhishak, that's a female horse. And you see Satabhishak and Ashwini are connected. Why? Both are horses, both are healers. Because horse is connected to the sun. Sun is the universal healer. So Ashwini, you see, is the sons, Ashwini Kumaras are the sons of the sun god, and that is a healer. Yeah. And Shatabhishak Nakshatra is also a healer. So they are compatible, the male and the female. But if you go to the Tamasic Nakshatras, all of them find their counterparts in the Tamasic group itself. Exception, there is an exception there, which is Uttara Falguni. Uttara Falguni finds its partner in the Sattvic group, Uttara Bhadrapada, right opposite. It's the cow, the bull, and the female cow is Uttara Bhadrapada. So all other nakshatras you see, Magha, Puru Falguni, rats, in the same group. Okay? Then you look at Hasta, Swati, same group, which is buffalo, Hasta and Swati. Yeah. Chitra, Vishaka, same group, both are tigers. And then Anuradha and Jyeshta, both are either deers. Some people also say camel, some people also say rabbit. Doesn't matter, but they are in the same group. Can you believe it? They're all almost next to each other in the same group of 9 nakshatras. Yeah. The only exception is Uttara Falguni, which means these natives might seek partnership outside their community, outside their social network, with foreigners maybe, or outside, which is other nakshatra in the Rajasic. It's Ardra. Ardra is Rahu, is associated with Rahu. Ardra's companion is Mula. It's a female dog is Ardra, the male dog is Mula. So from the Rajasic, it goes and finds a partner in the Sattvic.
Okay.
Do you see this?
And what about like Purva Bhadrapada? Is that also?
Yeah. In Purva Bhadrapada, if you see, even if I'll just rattle out, okay, from the Sattvic group, Mula is a male dog. It finds its partner in Ardra, female dog.
Female dog, okay.
Okay. So just think about the last 9 nakshatras, the set, and then you will get the idea of what I'm trying to hint at.
Yeah.
Purvashada is monkey, okay, is the male monkey. The female monkey is Shravana nakshatra. So it's in the same group. It falls in the same nakshatra, set of nakshatras, right? Then Uttarashada is an exception because it has got no partner. It's only got a male mongoose. Because you are a 27 nakshatra scheme, okay, 26 nakshatras have a male and a female counterpart. But the 27th nakshatra is Uttarashada, which is male mongoose. They don't have a partner. So if you see most of the Uttarashada who are influenced, they find it very hard to commit themselves. They have multiple relationships, but they will always not be committed. One classical example I always give is Brad Pitt. Okay, look at his chart, Moon in Uttarashada.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with so many women, but even if they get married, they somehow, the Uttarashada, the independence, they want to be independent. It's like the mongoose, which is male.
Yeah. So what if two Uttarashadas get together, two mongoose, male and female mongoose, in a way?
That is good for them, because why? Why is Uttarashada only single? In victory, when you fight a battle, there can only be one victorious. There can't be two victorious.
Yeah.
So you always stand alone. Uttarashada is about wars. It's about winning battles. It's about being victorious. The ultimate victory is what Uttarashada is. And they are only the mongoose. And you see the qualities of a mongoose. It's just like Uttarashada. Because if you see the mongoose, I've given this in the book as well.
Yeah.
The mongoose actually dodges the cobra, the most poisonous snake on this planet, the king cobra. And the cobra tries attacking, and just keeps dodging, just moves, defensive. It keeps moving behind, backwards. And then when it sees, it just needs one single moment. And when it sees that cobra is really tired, boom, that's it. That's the end of the cobra. And you see these qualities in Clash's Clay, which is Muhammad Ali. That was exactly how he used to fight. And he's a very strong, Uttarashada. 2 planets in Uttarashada. And 1 planet in Ashwini.
Wow.
Look at him. He's always used to, keep dodging.
Who's this guy? Floyd Mayweather. He keeps dodging all the time.
Yes.
And then in the end, when they're tired, he goes.
Yes.
That. Yes.
That's Uttarashada. That's a mongoose. So remember, they are very patient. He keeps, his the way Muhammad Ali used to irritate the people. He used to call them, come, hit me, hit me. And they come, blah, blah, blah. He's always focused. And he knows when he sees one single weakness in the opponent, boom, that's it. A power punch, that's the end of the ultimate victory. Knockout. Yeah. That's what the whole strategy of Uttarashada is. Strategy is to be victorious, but be patient and wait for the right moment to attack. So this comes from where? From the mongoose, the qualities of a mongoose.
Wow. And you have all these animals listed in the book?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And the qualities of these mongoose.
Okay. Perfect. Man, this is like, it's going to be a hot selling, man. That's the ultimate information. I was just, because I've already taken so many courses from you, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, man, that's just like, everything is in there. Everything. I kept like, and I was going down to, let's say, Reptilian, but I'm like, it'll be like 200 pages. No, it's like 425 page or something. So, wow, thanks a lot for sharing this. This is this amazing information. Also, do you have any courses going on right now?
I just started a course yesterday on it's a crash course on nakshatras.
Okay.
And I was discussing with you an hour and a half before. That was all what I was discussing. And I'm going to discuss about the work of the translations done by Ernest William on the Brahmanas, the Taitiriya Brahmanas, and my own interpretations of that. He's brilliantly done a great job, but how to interpret and use that system to make predictions.
Oh, wow. Woo.
And that book is available. It's a free download. It's an ebook which is there on his website. It's a brilliant work, Taitiriya Brahmana, which comes from, it's an absolute brilliant translation he has done. And even deciphering, going to the esoteric level of nakshatras. And that's what I'm teaching in my course. I'm using nakshatra tattvas as well.
So can you join that course right now, or?
Oh, yeah, they can join. We have 3 more classes. And you'll get a recording of the previous lesson. Okay. And I'm just teaching them how to use the predictive science. And I've also told you some of the techniques that I was talking about, Jupiter, Sun, and Moon, to timing of events.
Can't wait to try that. No, that's awesome. So it'll be like the class or the video will be on the app as well. the cosmic?
The videos will be emailed to everybody.
Email to everybody. Okay, yeah. So
And the
great.
material as well, what is there. And
Perfect. And where can they go for this course? It's in the website, the Cosmic Insight.
it's on the website, yeah.
Okay.
It's on www.cosmicinsightshop.com.
Okay.
You can go there, and under courses, you'll find this course.
And the app is probably on the App Store too, if they have a smartphone.
It's there in the App Store as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can shop it from the app as well.
Perfect. So thank you, Dr. Arjun Pai, and can't wait to have you back again, man.
Sure.
Soon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.